Hello and welcome to my new adventure called YouTube. So, how can I say this? You need to make a sacrifice to chase your dreams. So me and my girlfriend have decided to make a biggest sacrifice of our lives, and that was our dream home. So we spent 2 years to build this house and another 3 years to finish it inside. So I have done all the design and work myself. Done the cinema room and I made a gym room as well. But unfortunately, we had to say goodbye. The house is sold. This is our last day in here. So this is our quick tour around the house. But to be honest, I was just checking to make sure everything was left how I agreed. Bye bye neighbors. Saying goodbyes was strange because we did live here for about 5.5 years, and obviously we built it and designed ourselves. And this is where the gym room was, but we had to take it all away. They didn't want the gym room, but the people that bought this house are very excited to move in, and they appreciate the amount of work and love I put into this house. But sometimes you just have to close the chapter and move to something bigger. So this is me, and this is my girlfriend. We love adventures, we love a challenge. I especially never give up, even if I fall. And I have tried a couple things. This is me doing water sports, I absolutely loved it. But again, without falling, you can't get good at it. And speaking of falling, bouldering is one of them things that you will keep falling. And calisthenics is something that pushed my limits, but I really enjoyed it. So, this is me. And this is my background story. And all this takes us to this day. A couple days ago, we went on a wee adventure. It was like, I think we left 11 and we were back at like 10 o'clock at night. Bought a car from auction and I couldn't get it delivered to my house. So we kind of had to arrange collection, which we had to do ourselves. So basically we just rented a trailer and we just went. So when we got to the place, I don't think I have any videos to show you how the car was sitting, but the car was sitting funny and I was like, oh no. My gut feeling was right. Something did happen. I don't know. See, that's the thing about manifestation. It's just because you're thinking about it and it feels like more you think about it, it's more likely to happen.
It's a lot of brain power.
But I'll just show you really quick. What sort of challenges and what made it harder to get that car loaded onto the trailer. So this is us back home, jacking the car up. The reason we had to do that because of the suspension damage, and the suspension arm was hitting the trailer, so we had to jack her up, and the same process was done during loading the car. Here we're just obviously unloading it, and the other thing that made it difficult obviously is that wheel. It just has a mind of its own. So each time we pull, I had to adjust it, and also we used MDF boards for the jack, so we can easily push it. And my mom's boyfriend was using the winch to stop the car from rolling off the trailer, so he was gradually releasing it. I think it took us nearly an hour and a half to load the car, because we obviously didn't know what we were doing, but it only took us about half an hour to unload it, which was pretty good. So yeah, we're happy how the whole process went, and I think it was a good success. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and that was the process of loading and unloading the car. So this is next day, and I'm trying to open the boot to get to the battery, but it's electrical, so I need to put the power onto this fuse box here. So you put your jump leads onto that, and you use your power booster or your battery from another car. And once you do that, then you can unlock the car using your key fob. Okay. Do we have power? Yep, boy. We got power. Although that's all it's on. Let's see here. Yep. Okay, that's great. So the battery should be here somewhere. Yeah, it must be under this. Yes, here we go. Check battery. It's completely flat anyway, so I'm gonna have to take this out and charge it up. So this is me back home. I'm gonna use the multimeter to measure the voltage. It's showing 4.5, which will probably not gonna be enough for the charger to recognize. So it's not recognizing the battery. You can see it's not doing anything. It's kind of froze. We'll come back to this. Let's get back to review. So from this side, the car looks good. You think, oh yeah, look at this. There's nothing wrong with this car. And you go to this side here. The wheels are scuffed, but the tires look okay. And then you get to this side. Oh, just a bumper missing. Nothing serious. Just another wheel scuffed. The light is there. The headlight, I don't know if it's working, but it doesn't look in. It looks basically like new, no damage. It's just really frosty. But there's nothing wrong with the light, I don't think. Well, I haven't tested it. There's no power. I have taken the battery out to charge it, but unfortunately, it's completely dead. So at the front, like I said, the bumper is missing. From this side, side wing. Sorry, I just need to drop my phone. The side wing is not even, it's missing as well. I probably got damaged and it's missing. And how I know it got damaged because of this. I can see that's completely snapped. But the worst thing is, when I looked at the photos before bidding, this side of the wheel looked good. It was literally just sitting in. I can't rotate it, but it was sitting in. I'll show you the photo. So it was sitting in like that, and obviously I seen all this. I knew, okay, this is gonna be a problem. Not a problem, it just means I need parts to fix that. But I didn't see the side skirt being damaged. I seen the front fender missing, which is fine. But the worst thing I didn't see was this. So this was what I didn't expect to see, because it wasn't showing the photos. Is this lower suspension arm completely pulled off out of the ball joint, and the rubber is ripped in a couple places, so I need to replace this, which, like I said, I didn't count it in for. I didn't even see it. The car was sitting like this. You wouldn't even see it, and the photos were taken from literally this angle. Other thing, the steering rack, the rubber is ripped as well, which I didn't see, which it's okay, I'll change that, it's no problem. I knew about the fuse box. It's completely, not completely, I might be able to save it, but it was completely soaked. There's still a bit damp in it, but it is broke, and all the mounting points have snapped. It's just it's a minor thing. Nothing to worry about. We got this. Easy. Well, the biggest thing was the suspension arm and the ball joint. Hopefully the ball joint is okay. Maybe I just need to change the rubber seal. Don't know. We'll see. So yeah, the other thing that I said that was expected and unexpected. I just thought maybe the people in the auction would care a lot more about the cars, but this window was open. The passenger window was open. I could see in the photos that this was open. It was open about this much, and it got soaked, and it molded inside the car. So you can see all the mold, and it's damp. I have put up, it's like these salt bags my mom gave to me. They're actually pretty good, but it's just too cold. It's not gonna do anything. But apart from that, the interior looks pretty clean. It is pretty new car. It's 2020 Jaguar. Interior looks good. The only thing is, like, this challenging part, like, not joking, I don't know how this is gonna happen. The car is in the boot. The battery's in the boot. And I don't have that long of arms, but somehow I'm gonna have to get the bonnet, or the boot open, not the bonnet. I'm gonna have to get the bonnet open too to assess the damage inside the engine compartment. We'll do that later. Now we need to concentrate how we're gonna get this bad boy open. It's electric. And when I took the battery out, I closed it. So I did think about it, not too much, but I did think about it. I was like, okay, how are we gonna open it? You know what? I was like, yeah, sure, I can do it through here. But look how far it is. It's like, I don't know, 2 meters away. So yeah, I'm gonna try to reach to Yeah, to reach and open this manually. Wish me luck. Hello. This is how you open a boot. This is crazy. But yes, this is the process of opening your boot when you have no batteries. Fun. It's like the size of your hand, man. So yeah, the battery is located here. Oh, it's getting dark, I can't even see. Last night it got dark really quick, so I didn't get the chance to fit the battery. I think it was too big anyway. So I brought them both home and I've done this. So we connected two batteries together and hopefully it will balance each other out. You can leave it overnight and then you can try to connect the charger to the old battery and charge it up that way. It should work, might not, don't know, but worth the try. See you tomorrow, bye. So the battery has been charged for a couple of days now and it seems like it has recovered and it's nearly fully charged. So I'm gonna leave it for another day and hopefully once it's ready we can actually put it in the car and start it. In this video I have spent and talked about how we got the car transported and the damages and stuff, but we never talked about what we actually bought. What did he actually buy? What we bought came with 2 liters supercharged engine and it says it's non-runner. Interesting. It has a massive exhaust. You can actually put your 2 fists in it, so it passed the fist test. The boot that doesn't open. And the alloy wheels, size of half of my body. What did we buy? It does look like a beautiful car, not from the front. Well, looks really pretty from the back. So what did we buy? It's a good question. So we bought something that doesn't seem to be working at the minute, but on this piece of paper, which dates 5 years back, it says this car was 63 grand. That's a lot of money for the car, something I could never afford, and that's why I bought it like this. But it does say it's a F-type 2-liter petrol, 300 PS. I think it's the model. You know the way you have X152, this is 300 PS and it's a first edition. First edition means I think it's the first facelift and the first, I don't know, 50,000 cars get ordered. They come fully packed with full, like all the features, whatever features are available, this has it. So yeah, this is like an invoice that I found in the car, which is pretty interesting. And you can actually see there's additional stuff on it, like climate control, panoramic roof, privacy glass, metallic paint, and so on. And that was actually 63 grand. So we did buy something pretty cool. We still don't know if it runs because on the website that I bought it from, which is the auction website, it says non-runner, non-driver. But the battery's charging at the minute, so we haven't got a chance to start it basically. But I am really excited. I cannot wait to see if it runs because I think it only done like 20,000 miles this car. This is our first car, a first broken car, something we actually bought from the auction, and we took a bit of risk because it did say it wasn't running, and I still don't know if it is because of the battery. So hopefully, fingers crossed, she starts and she runs like a dream. I do really think this is gonna be a first step towards something amazing. And thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll keep you updated. See you later. Bye.